Hi everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Skag here, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down how to VPN into the Binance exchange and how to work Binance at a basic level when it comes to deposits, withdrawals, and trading on the spot market. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with what Binance is, it is an exchange based out of China that does not do business with US clients anymore, which is why we're using a VPN to hide our location. Now, the reason we're going through this little bit of extra trouble in order to access the exchange instead of saying, using like Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini is because there's actually some altcoins that are on Binance that are not yet available on those other exchanges. And if that seems to be the case into a project that we're looking into, we don't want to have to wait for them to get on these other exchanges to get into these projects. So the first thing we're going to need, obviously, is a VPN program. Now, if you already have one, that's great. If you don't have one, I am personally using and recommending Proton VPN. You can do your research, though, and find another service if that's something you want to look into. But for the sake of this video, head on over to protonvpn.com, and then you're just going to click on Get Proton VPN Now, and you're going to pick a package. Definitely recommend the plus version here, which is $8 a month or $10 a month if you are doing a month to month and not paying annually. This is the annual price right here. So if you're going to do month to month, just switch this to monthly and then USD and grab the $10 a month variant of this. Now, once you get this all set up with your payment and everything, you're going to download the application. So whether you're using this on, Mac, Android, iOS, Windows, Linux, whatever you may be using this on, just make sure you download the application. I would recommend you put it on your desktop and your phone if you plan on using Binance on both. So once you download the application, it is going to look just like this. Right, you're going to open it up. It's going to show you all the places that you can connect to. I'm actually going to disconnect real quick. And for me, I personally, as you just saw, I personally connect to Canada. Whatever you choose, make sure you kind of keep it consistent. You don't want Binance logging like 10, 12 different countries every time you sign in, right? So I highly recommend you don't hit quick connect. That's going to just connect you to the fastest connection, which is probably going to be the United States one, which again is not going to help us because we want to be showing that we're out of the US. So step number one is going to be coming over to the countries list. Pick the country that you want to VPN into. Again, I personally just use Canada because it's a close connection to where I'm at, but also again not in the United States. So once you find the country that you want to connect to, you're just going to hit the connect button. Your computer may ask you for your password in order to change some of the connections around, so just verify that. And this is going to just quickly connect us into Canada and give us a Canadian IP address. Now, once we are connected, at this point, we can begin to access Binance.com. I do want to stress that you don't want to have Binance.com open if you're not connected. In case you leave your account logged in or anything like that, you don't want it to log a US address by mistake. So make sure you guys are connecting your VPN first and or always leaving it connected if that's, something that you're open to doing as well, especially if you're going to be in and out of the exchange all day. But just make sure, please, that you're connected before you even access the website. So we are connected here. I'm going to go back to Safari, and we are going to just head over to Binance.com. And what you're going to do when you get over here is you're going to register a new account. If you used Binance in the past and you connected to it via a United States IP address, you're going to want to create a whole separate account that has not been associated with the US IP at all. So make sure you guys click on register now. There will be a link in the description of the video if you guys want to use that. You're more than welcome to. And you're just going to fill this out, email, password, and you're going to create your account. Now, there is a verification process with Binance, but again, because you are a US customer, you're not going to go through that process because it's going to ask you to, again, fill out things like your address, driver's license, things like that. And then at that point, they're going to close the account because they know that you're not actually from Canada. All right, and don't worry, we're not going to miss out on any features or or I mean, there are features you won't get as a U.S. customer, but for what we're using it for, you're not really gonna miss out on much. So once you get your account created, you're gonna log in. I'm gonna quickly just log in here. Again, always connected to the VPN. It's gonna have me just do a few things. 1 second. Um, Authenticator in. Make sure as well, when you guys sign up for the account, it's actually going to have you set up a two-step verification. I highly recommend you guys use what I just used, the Google Authenticator, because the other option is your cell phone number, which again is probably tied to the U.S. Country code, and the zip code, the area code is going to be all in the US as well. So I would use Google Authenticator, again, just a way to disconnect anything that ties you to the United States with Binance. Now, once we are inside of Binance, guys, I'm going to show you where you can go in order to deposit and withdraw funds. And you're going to do that via your wallet right over here. So there's a few different types of wallets that they offer. The overview will show you everything that you see below it. Fiat and spot is what we are going to be dealing with. Margin futures, P2P, all of this stuff is going to be requiring a verified account, so we won't be doing that. We can get access to the earning, which is staking, but unless you plan to leave your coins on this exchange, you may not want to stake on here. Again, if you do make a mistake and access this without your VPN, you don't want to be in a situation where you have to now cut off your staking because you have to move your funds and such like that. But if you're super careful or you know you're not going to access the exchange that frequently, you can feel free to come into the stake section. Pool card and vanilla options are all stuff again that we're not going to use. So to access your main wallet, you're going to come into Fiat and Spot. This is going to load up the wallet section, and they're going to have a wallet for all of the different types of cryptos that they offer on the website. So you can actually see if I scroll down here, it's gonna tell you how much you have on there. All right, this is a new account that I just made, so I have just my Matic that's sitting on here right now, about 150 US dollars worth. You can see the spot balance, fiat balance, etc. And if you scroll down, you'll see the wallets for your coins. So I can see my Matic wallet here where I can buy, deposit, withdraw, or trade. I see my Bitcoin wallet where I can also do the same thing. So for a lot of you, when you're coming in to buy these altcoins, you're going to be depositing Bitcoin, right, that you probably are going to purchase through Coinbase, Gemini, or Cash App, and you're going to send that Bitcoin to your BTC wallet so we can buy these altcoins. You're typically not going to be depositing US dollars, again, because you're not going to be verifying your account. So in order to deposit into BTC, you're just going to hit this deposit button. And it's going to bring up a standard deposit page, right? It's going to ask you, make sure you verify that the coin is actually Bitcoin. You're going to be going over the BTC network unless you're using SegWit and you're comfortable with what that is. Right? You're going to copy your address or scan the QR code, right? You're going to scan your QR code unless you're trying to send me money, right? So you'll have your own little personal QR code and wallet. And what you're going to do is just send that over from Cash App or Coinbase. Once you make that transaction, you go back to your fiat and spot wallets, and hopefully after 20, 30 minutes, you should see the Bitcoin deposited in the wallet section right here. After you have your Bitcoin deposited, you are now ready to trade it for the altcoin that you're looking for. So what you're going to do is scroll back to the top, come into the markets or a trade section. I'm going to just click on markets, and this is going to load up all of the different tokens that they offer on here. Again, I'm going to keep this with the flow of using Matic, but any other token you're looking to buy on Binance can also be found here. So you're just going to come to the right side. Again, make sure you're in the spot market here. You don't want to be in the futures. And you're just going to search for the coin you're looking for. So in our case, we're going to search for Matic. And you're going to get all the, I'll make sure it doesn't autocorrect. And you're going to get all the different types of markets that we have. So if we look at the pairs here, we see that we have Matic slash BNB, Matic slash BTC, Matic slash Binance USD, and then Matic slash USDT, which is Tether. Now, because we deposited BTC, right, we want to enter the market for Matic slash BTC. So we'll just come over to the right side here, we'll hit trade, and that's going to load up the actual trading exchange. So once we get to this page, again at the top left here, just confirm that you're actually looking at Matic/BTC. We can see the price that it's going to cost in Bitcoin, which is 73 Satoshis, and the price that it is in US dollars, US dollar equivalent below it, which is just over 2 cents. We can see the order book on the left side. We can see the chart at the top middle. And then we can just see other pairs that we can trade on the right side. So if you wanted to switch this up and maybe look at something like VeChain, right, you could search that and get different tokens. And then on the bottom right, we just have market trades. So just, other trades that are happening in this market. And then underneath the chart formatic, you'll have where we actually go to buy and sell. So again, you're going to want to make sure you're on the spot market, and then you're going to want to make sure you're either on limit or market, depending on the type of trade you want to take, right? So if you hit on market, it's going to just literally execute at the current market price, which we see is, again, 73 Satoshis. And what you would do is then type in how much Matic you want. Now, to make this easy, there is a little bar at the bottom here. So if you want to take 25% of all the Bitcoin you have on Binance, you can do that. And for me, since I don't have much Bitcoin on here, it's only 22 Matic. Or if you know that all the money you deposited into Bitcoin you want to switch to Matic, you can just go to 100%, and then you can hit buy. Now, if you're looking at this and you're like, hey, 73 sats is a little high, maybe I want to try to get it at like 67, you would come down to limit, set the price here to 67, and then just, again, put the bar wherever you want it. You can see actually now I would get 93 Matic instead of the 88 I think it was if I bought at market. So that's the basics of buying and selling on here. If you were at the point where you were up in profits on Matic, you would just come over here to sell it, right? Same exact thing, whether you're doing markets or limit, right? So I can come in here, I could say I want to sell all of my Matic, I could push that button, and it will sell my Matic for BTC, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to just hop back into the wallet because I'm going to show you one last thing, and that's just how to withdraw your funds, right? So whether you're withdrawing your Bitcoin because you want to, right, whether you're withdrawing your Bitcoin because you want to send that back to Coinbase, or if you're withdrawing your Matic because you want to put that in a wallet that supports Matic, right, you're just going to come back into your wallet, you'll hit the withdraw button, and just like on any other exchange, right, you'll make sure you select the correct coin, you'll make sure you select the correct transfer network, and again, this is going to depend on where you're sending it to. You'll put in the address that you're sending it to and the amount you want to withdraw. After you hit submit, Binance will ask you to, verify via an email and your Google Authenticator and whatever other security measures you may have set up to initiate that withdrawal. Now, it's important to realize to also once you're done trading on here, I would highly recommend that you guys actually come to the top here and just make sure that you log out. Right? Make sure that you log out, and then once you're done logging out, you can go back to your VPN, and then now I would actually even just close the tab too. I'll just get off of it completely, and then now you can disconnect from your VPN. All right. The reason I say to log out is because now if I accidentally go back to Binance.com and I'm not connected, at least it won't keep me logged in and then log that IP address, right? Binance knows I'm trying to access it via, the US right now, but they don't know what account it's tied to. So just always make sure you guys log out of your account. It'll really help you in those moments that you kind of forget to VPN in, and hopefully by, hitting the login button, it's kind of like a reminder, like, oh man, make sure I'm connected to my VPN. But yeah, guys, that's the basics of VPNing into Binance. That's the basics of trading on here. If there's any additional questions about this, throw them in the comments. Contact me on Instagram at @BuyScag, and I'll be more than happy to kind of walk you guys through. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.